Good morning, children. So, here we are starting with a new chapter, that is trial balance. And if you remember the meaning of accounting, accounting is the process of recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, and interpreting the financial transactions in a date wise order or in a chronological order. So, we have done the book where we used to do the recording, that is journal. Then also we have done the chapter where we did the work of classification, that is leisure. And now we are starting with a chapter with a book where we do the work of summarizing, that is trial balance. Now let us discuss the meaning of a trial balance. As you can read here, all the businessmen, after completion of postings from journal or subsidiary books to the ledger, want to verify accuracy of the posting. That means whether they have posted correctly or not. For this purpose, a statement is prepared wherein the balances of all the accounts in the ledger are incorporated. The statement so prepared is called the trial balance. That means trial balance is a statement which is prepared so as to check the accuracy of the various ledger accounts and its balances. Accounts showing debit balances are put on the debit side of the trial balance, and accounts showing credit balances are put on the credit side. Very easy. All those accounts which are having debit balance means, as we have discussed in the ledger chapter, debit balance means all those accounts the debit side of which is greater than the credit side. Such accounts are said to have a debit balance, and their balance will be posted on the debit side. On the contrary, all those accounts the credit side of which has been greater than the debit side, that means it had a credit balance, the balance of such accounts will be posted on the credit side of the trial balance. If the total of the debit side of the trial balance is equal to to that of its credit side, it is presumed that the posting of the ledger is accurate. That means here also, in case of trial balance also, automatically the debit column should be equal to credit column. If the debit column is equal to the credit column, then we can assume that yes, somewhere the accuracy approximately is correct. But if they are not getting tallied, if they are not equal by default, that means we have made a mistake either in journal or in ledger. The definition of trial balance according to Carter: trial balance is the list of debit and credit balances taken out from ledger. It also includes the balances of cash and bank taken from the cash book. Now, the objectives of preparing a trial balance. Number one, to ascertain the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger accounts. Trial balance is prepared so as to check whether mathematically, calculative wise, whether the transactions have been recorded correctly or not. Number two, to help in the detection or location of errors. That means obviously if the debit and credit side are not tallying, that means some kind of errors have been committed. So trial balance helps to protect or to detect some kind of errors. Third point, to obtain a summary of ledger accounts, because all those the summary, the balances of ledger is posted in the trial balance. Therefore, trial balance gives a summary of the ledger account balances. And fourthly, for the preparation of final accounts. If you remember the accounting cycle, first of all we prepare the journal, then from the help of journal we prepare the ledger balance, with the help of ledger we prepare the trial balance, and with the help of trial balance we prepare final accounts, that is trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So it means that trial balance provides you the help, it provides a basis to prepare final account. So these are the objectives of preparing a trial balance. Now, the advantages of preparing a trial balance is it acts as a connecting link between ledger accounts and final accounts, because ledger accounts cannot directly be posted in the final account. So it provides as a connecting link. It helps in providing a summary of ledger accounts for the preparation of final accounts. Number two, information about the balance of any ledger account can be easily obtained by referring to trial balance. The account which we need to know the balance, for example, the balance of purchases or the balance of sales, can very well be known from the trial balance, because it is a summary of all the ledger balances. Number three, it provides a useful check upon ledger posting. Obviously, if the ledger posting have been correctly made, then the trial balance will automatically get tallied. If the ledger postings have not been correctly made, then the trial balance will not get tallied. Number four, it provides the arithmetical accuracy of ledger accounts. That means again the same point, mathematically whether the postings have been correctly made or not. Then the limitations, that means the demerits or the disadvantages of a trial balance. Sometimes a trial balance fails to detect the following errors. There are a number of errors which cannot be deducted from the trial balance. So that provides that basically terms as the basis for the disadvantages of a trial balance. Trial balance basically fails to detect the error of omission. Error of omission means altogether you have just skipped or missed out a transaction. So suppose if there is a purchase of 500 rupees in cash, and suppose if you have forgotten, you have omitted to record such entry in journal, that means you must have not posted both the aspects in ledger. That means obviously that will not be posted in trial balance. So if such entry is not recorded in journal on the basis of which the ledger is prepared, that means it is not there in ledger. And if it is not in the ledger on which the trial balance is prepared, that means it will not affect the totaling of the trial balance. So here it is a disadvantage on the part of the trial balance. Then number 2, error of commission. That means if the mistake has been committed on let's say regarding the amount, if the entry should be purchase account debited to sales account 5,000 on the debit side and 5,000 on the credit side. Suppose if the error of commission is there, is committed, that means the wrong amount. Instead of writing 500, we have debited and credited 500. So the same amount of 500 will be posted in the ledger also, and the same summary will be reflected in the trial balance. So it will not be affecting the total of trial balance, because 500 is being shown on the debit side and 500 is being shown on the credit side. Ultimately the total will be the same, but 500 is not the correct amount. So again it is a disadvantage on the part of the trial balance. Number 3, error of principle. Very correct example to this is, if you remember, we have discussed an adjustment and entry in case of journal installation charges. So whenever any new machinery is purchased in the business, and all those expenses right from purchasing the machinery or purchasing the asset till putting it to use, whether it is labor charges, it is installation charges, etc., are capitalized and debited to machinery or respective asset. So if rather than debiting it to machinery, if it is debited to repairs or if it is debited to wages, it will not affect the totaling of the balance, because ultimately the machinery balance will also be reflected in the debit side, and the wages which we are by mistake we are debiting will be posted on the debit side. So ultimately the debit side total will be the same. But it is an error of principle. We are not following the rule. So here again the trial balance fails to detect such errors. The 4th point, compensating errors. That means an error which hides the error of the other. For example, if instead of debiting 500 to Ram, you have debited 500 to Sham, again the same thing. There the amount will be shown in the debit side, but an error of one has compensated for the error of other. So this will be not detected by the trial balance again. And the last one, errors of posting in raw account, can be considered as the same example. So these are the limitations or disadvantages of a trial balance. Now the preparation of a trial balance. How a trial balance is prepared. A trial balance may be prepared at any time, say at the end of every month, quarter, half yearly or yearly. That means whenever a business wishes, it can prepare a trial balance. And do remember children, trial balance is a statement of a summary of ledger balances. Usually it is prepared at the end of the accounting year so as to verify the arithmetical accuracy of the ledger accounts. Before the preparation of final accounts, it may be noted it is always prepared on a particular date and not for a particular period, and therefore trial balance is a statement because it is prepared on a particular date. There are two methods used for the preparation of a trial balance. Number 1 is balance method. Number 2 is total amount method. So that means there are two methods of preparing a trial balance. The first method being the balance method, and the second method being the total amount method. If you see, you can see a tick mark against the balance method. That means out of these two methods, only one method is there in your syllabus, that is balance method. So what is balance method? Let us have a look. Balance method of preparing a trial balance. In order to prepare a trial balance under this method, all the accounts showing debit balances, that means all the accounts where debit side is greater than the credit side in the ledger, are put on the debit side of the trial balance, and all the accounts showing a credit balance, that means the credit side of which is greater than the debit side, are put on its credit side. If however an account shows no balance, if you remember, we have discussed an example of Ash and bank loan in the chapter ledger part 2. If any account which shows no balance, that means automatically the debit and the credit side are equal. No balancing figure has been calculated or put up. That is, the debit and credit totals of an account are equal. The account is not included in the trial balance. After this, the debit and credit columns of the trial balance are totaled, and if the total is equal, it is said that the trial balance has tallied. It may be noted that a trial balance under this method can be prepared only when all the ledger accounts have been balanced. Without balancing the ledger accounts, you cannot prepare the trial balance, because ultimately we transfer the balance of ledger accounts in the trial balance. This is the format of trial balance. You have to write trial balance at the top as at. As at is very important. After as at, you will write the date on which you are preparing the trial balance. Suppose if you are preparing the trial balance on 31st March 2019, then you will write trial balance as at 31st March 2019. If you do not write this, your marks will be deducted, children. There are mainly 4 columns. Some students prepare, or some teachers prepare serial number column separately, but it doesn't matter. Basically, the main columns of the format, there are 4 columns. Number 1, name of accounts. Number 2, ledger folio. Again, that means the balances which you are showing here is posted on so and so page number in the book of ledger. Debit balance and credit balance. So there are 4 columns. Now example, prepare a trial balance from the following ledger accounts for the year ending on 31st March 2019. Here again I have taken the same example which I had taken in ledger account. So if you see, the amounts marked in red will be transferred in the trial balance, because these are the balancing figure. These are the balances which will be transferred. So as you can see, cash account, the balancing figure has been shown on the credit side. That means debit side was greater than the credit side, obviously. So this balance of 13,800 will be shown on the debit side of the trial balance against the name of cash account. Then stock account also, since you can see the red mark, that means the balancing figure on the credit side, that means debit side was greater, obviously. So the balancing figure of 12,000 which has been transferred to trading account will be shown on the debit side against the name stock account. Then in case of ash, you cannot see any red mark, because here we did not calculate any balancing figure, if you remember the video of ledger chapter. That means it is the account where debit is automatically equal to credit, therefore this will not be posted in the trial balance. Then land account, again you can see the balancing figure is on the credit side, that means definitely debit side was greater than the credit side. So here also the balancing figure of 25,000 which you write against carried down, that amount is transferred, not the total amount. Remember, children, this will be transferred on the debit side of the land account of the trial balance against the land account. Then bank loan account, you cannot see any red mark, that means automatically the debits and the credit side are equal here, two children. So this will again not be posted in the trial balance. Then in case of capital, you can see the red mark, the balancing figure is on the debit side, that means definitely the credit side was more than the debit side, therefore the balancing figure, the amount which you have shown as carried down of 45,000 will be shown on the credit side of the trial balance against the capital account. Then in case of RAM, the balancing figure is on the credit side, that means debit side is greater than the credit side. So here the carried down amount of 2000 will be shown on the debit side of trial balance against RAM. In case of sales account, since the balancing figure is shown on the debit side, that means credit side is greater than the debit side. So here also the balancing figure, or the amount which is being transferred to trading account 2000 will be shown on the credit side of of trial balance in front of sales account. Then in case of rent account, as you can see, since the balance is transferred to profit and loss account on the credit side, that means definitely the debit side was greater than the credit side, and therefore this amount of 200 will be transferred on the debit side of the trial balance in front of rent account. And same we will do with the commission account as well, children. As you can see, the amount has been transferred to profit and loss account on the debit side 6,000. That means definitely the credit side of commission account was greater than the debit side, and therefore we will transfer this amount on the credit side of the trial balance in front of commission account. Now as you can see, now we are preparing the trial balance. We have written the format trial balance as at 31st March 2019. Name of accounts, ledger folio, debit balance and credit balance. So cash we have shown 13,800 on the debit side, stock 12,000 on the debit side, land 25,000 on the debit side, capital 45,000 on the credit side, RAM 2,000 on the debit side, sales 2,000 on the credit side, rent 200 on the debit side and commission 6,000 on the credit side. After posting everything, you will total the debit and the credit column, and on totaling the debit and the credit column, we calculated 53,000 on the debit side and 53,000 on the credit side. Here automatically the debit side is on the and the credit side is equal, so we can assume that the trial balance has been prepared correctly and the ledger postings are also correct. So I hope the rules and the concepts discussed in this video is clear to you children. Just go through the video once again and just revise the rules which we have discussed here. This is the assignment. Based on this part, you have to answer the following questions in your register. Question number 1, you have to state the meaning of a trial balance. So what is a trial balance? Trial balance is a summary of ledger balances. State any two objectives of preparing a trial balance. Trial balance is prepared to check the arithmetical accuracy. Then trial balance helps in the preparation of final accounts. State any two advantages of preparing a trial balance. So the advantages can be: trial balance provides a connecting link between ledger balances and final accounts. Then trial balance helps in checking the arithmetical accuracy. Then you have to state any two limitations of preparing a trial balance. The two limitations or the two disadvantages can be that trial balance fails to detect errors like error of commission, error of principal, etc. Then you have to prepare a format of trial balance that we have done. You have to write trial balance as at. Then you have to prepare 4 columns: name of the ledger accounts, ledger folio, debit balance and credit balance. Then question number 6, when is a ledger account said to have a credit balance? When the credit side is greater than the debit side. And when is a ledger account said to have a debit balance? When the debit side is greater than the credit side. Then you have to write a short note on the balance method of preparing a trial balance. For this answer, you can take the help from this children. Balance method of preparing a trial balance. So this is the point which you can write as a short note. So I hope this is clear to you children. In the upcoming video, we'll be discussing and we'll be moving ahead with the chapter. Till then, thank you children. Take care.